The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year. They rolled through, and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play there right off the bat. 56 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in the loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To the right side, this is Corum. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Hubbard will score. Touchdown, L.A.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook. Now 2nd is short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. You talk about this Rams defense. Now they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And Walker has it. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Mounties respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Derek Hall able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Rams had 3-9 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. These two teams all tied after one. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. The back deep, Cooper Kupp. And they blocked it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And we can start to see that developing from up here. He came off the punter's right side. He got in there quickly.
He did, and so the question's going to be, did you hang in there long enough on the edge to block? In college, what you try and do is shove him out of his path, and then you take off running downfield because you're allowed to. In the pros, you can't release in the interior until the ball's punted, so there's no reason not to stay in there and make sure you get a good block on him.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete. An
incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The rookie from Oklahoma putting that one on target. And that'll earn his guys a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Jet sweep here, Smith and Jigba. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's a play to applaud, because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. Still going. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 59 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Straight ahead with Hubbard, pushing through the contact. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chuba Hubbard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are once again back in front. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Four receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. John Mechie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This still a one-possession game. 8 points the difference as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
2nd and 3. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter. And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the gun, it's Walker. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. Now he's into the clear again, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ken Walker, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Mounties have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And fights through one man. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man, that's Leggett. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
In motion, the tight end. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the
Rams have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, it's Gore. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on fourth. It would be 58 yards from here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the pistol, it's Gore. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 11. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Now he's free at the 35. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, that'll be caught by Cup. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble. And they'll indeed take a knee. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from long, very long range. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost him the football game.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for L.A., it's a fourth win on the year as they move to 4-9.